It's been a few weeks since my last post due to technical difficulties, but it seems like I have them worked out now. So here are my tomatoes. They have gotten enormous. The first batch of tomatoes had blossom rot on them, which means like the bottom of the tomato was black and rotting, and I had to get rid of a lot of them, and there's still some on here I have to get rid of, like that one right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty nasty. I just haven't had time to get in here last weekend, so I'll go through, remove those, but once I added some calcium, I put some bone meal down here. The ones that grew after that seem to be okay. I did have a storm come in a day or two ago, and half of these plants were laying on the ground. Some of the main stems did break, so I might lose some of these plants, but I went ahead and just stood them all back up, hoping that they'll survive. You can see that one's still sideways, but they were completely on the ground. So if I have any tomatoes left, I will be extremely happy. But there are some big ones there, and there's Pigpen making a cameo. So the tomatoes are doing good overall. If the stems survive, then I should be okay. The corn is looking good. Some of it's fallen over again from the storm, but it's almost ready. You can see here the silk is brown, but you don't really want to pick it until the silk is brown all the way inside, which right now it's currently not. It's still green in there, but pretty good size ear. They got a little bit bigger than I thought they were, which is kind of good. So hopefully the organic corn will turn out to be regular size. Looks like some of the ears are getting pretty big. My huge zucchini plant is still doing good. Let's see down here. I've got some zucchini over there. There's one over there. There's one down there that's ready to pick. I'll end up picking that today. I got squash growing. I've been eating lots of squash and zucchini the past couple days. Also planted some peas amongst all the corn, and some sunflowers too. There's one right there. Can't wait for those to get big. Should be really pretty. Get some sunflower seeds from them. Kale, doing great. I'll harvest some of that today. Onions, still going strong. My okra is getting really big. It's loving all this heat. Actually got little okras starting on some of them. As you can see right there. But they're getting big. My beets looking good. This is another sunflower. And this is a tomato plant that my mother bought. It's got a few little tomatoes on it. All the herbs are doing good. They're getting big. Strawberries, doing great. The owl's still doing its job. Got tons and tons of strawberries. I think I've almost got enough for wine, actually, but lots of red ones in there. I haven't picked them in a couple days, so I might have some that have rotted, but I'll end up picking some of those today and getting them out of here. As you can see, my watermelon and pumpkin is going crazy. We've had a lot of rain. They're loving it. Now you see how this vine's coming over here to the strawberries. Gotta move it. See how it latches on? Gotta tear that off. I usually just pull up the piece of grass it's attached to and just turn the vine this way so that it goes away from the strawberry plant. And here is the biggest watermelon I have so far. It's pretty big. I think last time I did a video, they were about pinhead size. So now look how big this one is. It's a pretty good size. I haven't dug around to look for any more. I'll do that today, later. My eggplants are doing great. Look at all the pretty blooms. I've got little eggplants starting. Some more sunflowers. I've got a row of sunflowers right here. I need to get the vines off of them. And more eggplants. My potatoes are starting to come up. I dug a trench and planted some purple Peruvian potatoes. And looks like they're starting to come up. Never done potatoes before, so we'll see how that goes. Can't remember if I told you on my last video, but the ones I planted along the fence that I thought were cucumbers are not. These over here are squash, obviously. I need to pick some of these, but definitely squash. And the ones over here on the right are pumpkin. And there's my first little pumpkin growing. It's about a little bit bigger than my fist. So I did plant some more cucumber seeds. I'm not sure where I'm going to plant them, but I'll have to find a place. So that's my garden. Everything is really doing well. I just have to make sure I keep these watermelon and pumpkin vines away from my sunflowers and my eggplants, and just pick them up and start turning them away and out into the grass so that they don't kill my other plants. I do have some more corn seeds planted because these have really matured faster than I initially thought they were going to. So I'm going to end up harvesting these, pulling them up, putting down fertilizer, more soil, and planting my seeds and getting a second harvest of corn. And I've also got some more sunflower seeds that I'm going to plant and kind of spread those throughout the garden, and have some roasted sunflower seeds. My baskets are doing okay. These are my grape tomato plants. You can see I've got a couple grape tomatoes on there. I guess it's a little fuzzy when I zoom in, but that is a grape tomato. I got lots of little blooms. So those are going okay. My bell pepper, you can see, is getting ate by something. I need to spray it. But they're looking okay. This one is definitely not good. Looks like it's dying. Not sure why. But again, it's my first time doing hanging basket vegetation, so wasn't sure what to expect. And over here, I painted the carport, so everything's kind of out here in the driveway. But here are my new corn that I'm gonna plant. I think these seeds I started about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they're already that big. It's crazy. These are more sunflower seeds. I'm gonna put those in there, and different kinds of cucumbers. There's one kind and there's the other kind. And I do have the seed packets with it, so I know for sure they are cucumbers and what kind they are. So, not sure where I'm gonna plant those, but I'll be doing all that this weekend because I have neglected my garden for the past couple weeks. So I'm gonna get in there, weed, remove all the rotted tomatoes, trim everything up, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully.